0.2 given at an existing pressure. So, automatically yung pressure 2 mo is equal to pressure 3. And pag hindi sinabi sa problem, more likely in a reheater, the temperature from the boiler that leaves the boiler and that leaves the reheater is the same. Okay? Pag hindi binigay sa problem. Okay? That is the assumption during a reheat Rankine cycle. And from 3 to 4, again, this is now your turbine again from 0.3 to 0.4. So entropy, isentropic expansion, we have S3 is equal to S4. After that, from 4 to 5, dyan na nangyayari yung pump natin. So nagpo-fall siya sa wet region, and the approximation in computing for the work of the pump at 0.5, we make use of the approximate value. Okay, and from 0.5 to 0.6, this is now your pump. Okay, 5 to 6, yes. Ay, 4 to 5 pala class yung condenser. So what is the concept of reheating here? So the concept of superheating, the steam may be reheated after it has partially expanded. So bakit kailangan ginagawa to? Or I mean, bakit ginagawa to? Para yung efficiency natin mas malaki compare sa Rankine cycle. In Rankine cycle, we always compute our efficiency ranging from 30 something, 20 plus, 20 to 30 plus, okay? So this reaches the average temperature of heat addition by adding the heat in stages. So significant portion of the work is accomplished by the steam when the pressure is such that the steam is saturated or nearly saturated. Take note of that. If hindi given sa problem, from the 0.1 to 0.2, ina-assume natin, ito class, saturated yung liquid natin. Okay? So this is the correct place for the vapor to be re-superheated. So how do we compute for the work done by the turbines? So dalawa na class yung turbina natin from 0.1 to 0.2 and 0.3 and 0.4. So automatically, by energy equation, makukompute na natin yung work ng turbine. Okay? Mabilis si ma'am kasi pupunta tayo sa examples. Mag-solve tayo. After that, the work of the pump, we will make use of the approximate work of the pump. And the heat added now in the cycles. So it occurs now in the boiler and the reheater. Okay? So pinakita ko lang dito yung energy equation. And solving for the thermal efficiency, we have now the general equation where it is the work of the turbine, the total work of the turbine minus work of the pump all over the heat added into the system. So, hindi na lang si boiler, pati si reheater. Okay, as well as yung work ng turbine natin from the first turbine to the second turbine. So, there is no theoretical limit to the number of reheat stages, but practically 1 or 2 used. So otherwise, the steam exiting the turbine tends to be superheated and all of the available energy cannot be extracted from it before it reaches condenser pressure. So take note, this is the reheat Rankine cycle. So ano yung application natin dito? Let's try to solve. So nabasa niyo na to, class? Okay. So we make use of this sample problem. Okay. So for example, the first is a reheat cycle has the following data. We have the throttle, or this is the turbine at 8.5 megapascal at 400 degrees Celsius. We have the turbine exhaust, so given pattern at 0.06 megapascal. So automatically, for an ideal cycle or ideal reheat cycle, we need to determine the work, the thermal efficiency, and the heat rate. Okay. So ano yung isusolve natin dito, class? What is now the given in the problem? What is the given, class? So, andyan ba yung steam table nyo? Sa katabi nyo? So, given class is so this is a reheat Rankine cycle. So, what is the given? We have pressure at point 1, 8.5 megapascal, 400. And also the turbine exhaust, or since this is a Rankine, I reheat. This is now pressure 4 for the condenser before entering the condenser pressure. So we have MPA. So always draw the TS. This is now your TS diagram. And also your schematic natin. In solution class yung schematic diagram natin. So, from the boiler, paliitin lang ni ma'am. So, dalawa na yan class na tutupain natin. 2 turbines. Undergo siya ng process 1. From process 1 to 2. Sa turbina natin, we have work at point 1. Nag-thundering clocks. David, sa buseng. And from that, the leaving steam galing sa reheater, another turbine. After that, you have now your condenser. Bilis-bilisan lang maulan. We have now your pump. So this is 4, 5. And this is now your 6. Okay. So, may heat added ka sa boiler. And may heat added ka din sa reheater. This is your reheat. Okay? May heat rejected ka dito sa condenser. So, this is the schematic diagram of reheat. So, one stage lang to class ha. One stage. Mamaya na yung TS diagram natin. Okay? So, given na natin yung parameters or the equation, the condition at point 1, we have 8.5 MPa, and the temperature at point 1, 400. So, ano siya class? In your steam table, pressure 1, table ano kayo pupunta? So, from table 2, page 12, the temperature, saturated temperature at a given pressure. So, hindi na tayo mag-interpolate. So, makikita nyo, the 8.4 is 298.49 and the 8.6 is 300.16. Nakahabol ba si ma'am? Raise your hands. Table 2, page 12. Okay. So, you have now, so automatically, so yung ranging na temperature doon sa 8.5 is from, yung 8.4 makikita mo and 8.6. Yung temperature niya doon is 0.94 and 298. Ano doon si ma'am? 49, baliktad. Okay. 298.49. 300.60. So, automatically class, di naman nagre-range, mas mataas pa rin yung given temperature. So, your T1 is greater than the saturated temperature at a given pressure at 0.1. Automatically, superheated vapor. So, saan tayo pupunta? Table what? Comment. Anong table kayo pupunta? Wala. Okay, table 3. Anong page? Okay, punta kayo dito sa table 3. Page 74. Okay? Pakita ko lang sa classmate. Table 3, page 74. Ano yung kukunin natin? From the boiler, papuntang turbina. So, that is a isentropic process. So, kunin natin is the enthalpy. So, we have now H1. This is now H1 at 400. Okay, bilisan ko na kasi magtuturo pa ako ng 2-stage. So, this is 3.1 to 8.2 kilojoule per kilogram. We have S1, which is 6.3237 cal. Since in the problem, okay, isentropic expansion or isentropic process from 0.1 to 0.2, wala tayo, hindi natin alam yung sa 0.2, hindi natin alam kung ano yung given parameters. Ito lang yung naging basya natin, the isentropic expansion. So, saan tayo pupunta? If we have this. Take note, in the given, wala siyang binigay na pressure. So, mag-a-assume tayo. The property at 0.2 at the superheated, not superheated, saturated vapor. So, anong kukunin natin? The SG. So, punta tayo class sa table 2, sa saturation pressure. Ayan, table 2. Anong hanapin mo doon? Wala tayong pressure, but we make use of the the entropy part. So, hahanapin natin si S2, which is 6.3237 sa SG, sa table 2. Okay, ano yung mahanap nyo? Anong parameters? Anong page? On page 12, okay? Turo ko na. On page 12, makinig. Makikita nyo sa pinaka-upper at a given pressure. So, dito tayo muna mag-base ha, sa SG. Doon ka maghahanap ng 6.3237. So, ang makikita mo sa steel table, we have 6.3318 and 6.3229. So, ang given parameters natin, 6.3237. Anong gagawin natin? Anong gagawin? Class, nakikinig ba kayo sa akin?
Interpolate po.
Okay, thank you. So, we need now to interpolate. Anong hahanapin natin dito? So, since this is we will find the pressure in the HG. Kasi knowing that saturated vapor yung property natin. Okay? So, kunin natin lahat. So, we have 2,800.0, 2,800.5, and the pressure is 2.05 and 2.10. Sige, paki-interpolate nga. Nasaan na yung calculator ko? Sige, interpolate nyo class yung property natin at 0.2. At 0.2. Ayan, nakuha ko. Interpolate. Sige nga. Baka nakalimutan nyo mag-interpolate. So, hahanapin natin is the H2 and the pressure. Since stated sa problem, since in the problem it is not stated, yung pressure natin, hahanapin natin siya. Okay? Are you interpolating now? Ma-interpolate lang si ma'am. Minus 6.3380. Mm-hmm. 18. Na-solve yun na class. Yung H natin, yung H muna. What is your H2? Are you solving? Yung H2 natin, class. Wala. Interpolation. So, your H2 now is equal to 0.46. Okay, double check na, class. And the pressure now is ano class yung na-solve yung enthalpy at 0.2. Nakikinig ba kayo class sa akin? Okay. 2.0955. So, we make use of 2 decimals. 296. Automatically, 2 point. Yan. Gamitin lang natin tong 3 decimal. Approximately, this is now your pressure to MPa. Kasi pag yung iba class, nagsusolve pa. Yung iba nag-solve pa. Yes po, ma'am. Okay. So, since para may consistency tayo, sabi ko baga, 2 decimal palagi tayo, pero sa entropy 4. So, i-consider ko na to as 2.10 MPa. Okay? Is that okay? And yung H2 pa rin natin, yun pa rin. Okay. para mas madali-dali. And yan, we have now pressure 2. So, isulat ko lang yung, i-draw lang natin. So, this is now your pressure at point 1. Point 1. So, yan. Superheated yung point 1 natin. And assuming that it is saturated, so this is from point 1 to point 2. This is now your pressure at point 2. Okay. From point 2 to point 3 class. Dito. From point 2, mag-undergo tayo ng reheat now. From point 2 to point 3. Okay? So automatically, from point 2 to point 3, condition natin dyan is pressure 2 is equal to pressure 3. And since hindi stated again sa problem, we always assume that the leaving temperature, leaving or entering temperature at the turbine, so yung temperature 1 natin na 400, siya pa rin yung leaving temperature. So, pag ganyan class, pag hindi stated sa problem, that is always equal to that. Your temperature 1 is equal to temperature 3. Automatically, punta tayo dito sa point na to. So, we have now point 3. Okay. Ano yung condition natin para makuha yung point 3? So, at state 3, yung pressure 2 natin, ano yung constant? Constant pressure. So, ito na yung gagawin natin. We have 2.10 MPa. And the temperature 1 is equal to temperature 3. That is 400. Okay. In your table 2, the saturated temperature of 2.10 is 214. Okay. Since T3 is greater than Tsat, pupunta tayo sa superheated vapor table. Okay? So, punta na kayo class doon sa 2.10. Anong page? What page? The 2.10. Okay? So, that is now page 46. Okay? Page 46, 2.10. And, okay? 2.10, page 46. What is now the properties na kailangan natin? We have the H3. So, table 3, page 46. We have now the 210 and your guide is the 400. 32, 46.0 kilojoule per kilogram. And we have now the S3, which is equal to 7.1027 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Again, since this is a reheating stage, balik tayo doon. Nakuha na natin si S3. Papunta tayo sa state 4. So, isentropic expansion pa rin. Yan yung gagamitin natin. Okay. But, given na yung pressure natin at the turbine exhaust. So, this is now your turbine exhaust. Okay. So, ito class, di ba, yung turbine exhaust natin. So, from 4, so, ito yung sinasabing turbine exhaust. So, may given na tayong pressure at point 4. So, we have 0.06 MPa. Okay? Yung pressure 4 natin is 0.06 MPa. But since from point 3 to point 4, that is also an isentropic expansion. Okay? So, yung pressure 4 natin, given at 0.06 MPa. Punta ka sa anong table? Table 2. Anong page? 0.06. What is now the table? 0.06 class. Wala. Walang nakikinig kay ma'am. This is page 9. Ayan. Nasaan na? Duduling na si ma'am. Ayan, page 9. So, it falls under the, we have now the SG, or the entropy at that point at pressure 4 is equal to 0.06. We have 7.5320. So, anong mangyayari, class? Pag ganito, yung SG natin mas malaki kaysa sa given sa S4 natin. So, nagpo-fall siya sa wet region natin, or is mixture siya. So, mixture siya, class. Ang gagawin natin, if we have that state, yung hanapin mo. Okay? So, hanapin na natin si quality at 0.4. Okay? So, if you have now that quality, we have S4 minus SF4 over the SFG. Wait lang. Okay. So, finding the quality. Ano yung S4 natin? We have 7.1027 minus, ano yung SF4 natin? Ano, pinaduduling na ako, class. Wait lang. Go there. 1.6. We have now, ilan, class? 1.1453. So, yung ano dyan, class, may calculator kayo, solve yun na, input yun na. Over the SF4, SHG, 6.38, 37, 67. Okay, what is now your quality at 0.4? Ayan. Yung iba. Same name, same names, answering my questions. Okay. Recognize. Same names pa rin. Ayan. Naalala ko plus mga pangalan nyo. 43, 6 point. So we have now approximately 93.28. So we have 93.28%. Ano yung hanapin natin? We have now the S4. So kukunin natin si H4. Paano magkuha? Plus the quality. Yan. So what is now your H4? Considering we have the equation. So the HF now is given at, calculator niya na ito kasi 0.86 kilojoule per kilogram plus the quality ng HF4 natin 2293.6. Yeah. So we have now the H4. What is now the H4? or the enthalpy at 0.4. So this is the property wherein it will leave now the turbine. Yeah, turbine exhaust. Yung iba, 86 plus 0.9320. Okay, so lahat ng participate recorded yan last. Nare-record kung sino nagpa-participate. We have now 2499.33 kilojoule per kilogram. So, balikan natin yung ating TS para mas maintindihan. So, nakuha na natin, diba, the leaving is 0.4. So, this is now the pressure at a certain exhaust. So, pantay to class. Nagigulig si ma'am. Ayan. So, this is now your pressure 4, which is equal to pressure at 0.5. So, from state 3 to 0.4, that is an isotropic process. And nagpo-fall siya sa loob kasi nasa wet region siya. This is now your 4. 2, 3, 4. After that, rangkay na. Alam niyo na to. So, from point that, wait. Nagalaw ko yun. Okay. So, given na sa atin yung pressure at 0.4. Okay. Pressure 3 and mali lang. Ayan. So, entropy. And from 0.4 to 0.5, nangyayari dyan yung sa condenser natin. Ito. Condenser natin. So, nangyayari, heat exchange, heat is transferred. So, automatically from 0.4 to 0.5 papuntang pump. Okay? Constant pressure. And after that, yung boiler natin. At 0.6. Work ng pump, papunta sa boiler. Okay? So, what is the condition na hindi pa natin nahanap? Yung state 4. I mean state 5. Okay? At state 5, balikan natin. Yan. Pressure 4 is equal to pressure 5. State 5. Ano yun sa state 5 natin? So, pressure 5, which is equal to 0.06 MPa. Ngayon kukunin natin. Since yung pump natin from process 4 to 5, nandyan yung pump, we make use of the, ano yung hahanapin muna natin? Hanapin muna natin yung work ng pump in specific volume. Yung V5 natin, which is just equal to VF4. Pressure 6 minus pressure 5. Am I right? Okay, yung V5 natin, that is just equal to VF4. Kasi saturated liquid na yun. Saturated liquid. Balikan natin yung sa rangkain. So, finding for the work of the pump using the pressure at given condition na pressure 0.06. So, yung VF4 natin or yung V5 specific weight, I mean the specific volume at saturated liquid. So, that is 1.0331 times 10 to the negative 3. And yung pressure natin, we all know that pressure 6 is equal to pressure 1. This is 8.5. 8.5 MPa. So this is 8.5 MPa minus 0.06. Paki-compute class. What is now the work of the pump in kilojoule per kilogram? Where's the calculator? Wala. Saan ko nilagay? 8.72. Yung iba? Tingnan mo siya. Masolve mo na ako. 8.5. So this is now 8.72 kilojoule per kilogram. Ngayon, hanapin natin. In finding the H5, so balikan natin. H5. Tama class. Yung H5 natin, ano yung H5 natin? Since this is a saturated liquid, so this is just the H. F4. Ano yung enthalpy at saturated liquid? We have 359.86 kilojoule per kilogram. Tama ba ako? Okay. So, in finding now the enthalpy at 0.6, so alam natin to. So, the H5 plus the work ng pump. Then, ito pala ang equals yung ginagamit na approximate value of the work of the pump. Make use of this. 359.86. Work ng pump is 8.72. So, what is now the H6? What is now? 368. 368.58. Yeah. So we have now all the values in determining the process of this reheat Rankine cycle. But we need to determine the work and the thermal efficiency of the cycle as well as the heat rate. First is the work. So the work class is tinutukoy dito is the total work done by the system. So, pag hindi mo alam yung equation, i-draw mo lang yun. Schematic diagram natin. Point 1, point 2. Nangyayari doon sa una at point 1. After leaving, you have now the second turbine. Yan, turbine blades. Work at point 2. So, ang entering doon class is 3. Leaving is 4. So, what is now the work? The total work is of the turbine is ayan. Ayaw na magsulat. Turbine 1 plus work ng turbine at point 2. Ano yung work ng turbine at point 1? So, entering leaving, we have H1 minus H2 plus sa turbina natin, H3 minus H4. So, finding for the work of the turbine, energy balance lang yan siya sa tandaan nyo. Okay, solve na tayo. What is H1? 3128. 2, 3128.2. Yung H2 natin, 2,846. Kayo class mag-calculator na ha. And plus H3. 3246 minus the H4. That is 2499. So what is now the total work done by the system? I mean, this is just the work of the turbine class. The total work is the total work of the turbine minus the work of the pump. Diba? Yan. This is just the total work of the turbine. Yan. Correct ko lang yung sarili. Okay? Yung iba, nagsosolve ba kayo? 0.2 minus 2,800.46. Ayan. Okay. We have now 1074.41. So this is not yet. We need to determine the work of the total work. So the total work or the work net is equal to the work of the total of the turbine minus the work of the pump. Negative kasi class yung work ng pump. Always. So this is now. What is now the work of the pump? 8.72. So this is now the work net. So we have now ilan class? Ayan. 10 point. Ayan. 1,665.69. Okay, so this is now your work in the total work. The second, we need to compute for the Kirby, the heat added. Ayan, nag-participate na lahat. So, the total heat added. So, automatically, meron ka na si boiler natin. Papasok dun si 6, lalabas si 1. Yan, that alam mo yan. Added ng boiler. And meron na din tayong reheater, diba? Sa reheater class. Ano yung entry mo doon? 0.2, leaving 0.3. So, ito yung reheater natin. Okay. May heat added din dyan sa reheater. So, the total heat added is equal to the heat added by the boiler plus the heat added by the reheater. Energy equation, we have H1 minus H6 plus H3 minus H2. Ayan. So, the total heat added now, yung H1 natin na dito lang yung malapit. 3128.2 minus, ano yung H6 natin? 368. Ayan. Plus H3. May H3 tayo dito. 3246. 32 minus H2. 28.46. So what is now the total heat added by the system in a reheat? Dalawa yan class ha. So 8.2. Ayan. So we have now 3205.16. The required in letter B is not the heat added but the thermal efficiency of the cycle. Yeah. So we have now the thermal efficiency. So the work net over the heat added total. Make use of the work net 1065.69 heat added. What is now the thermal efficiency of this cycle? We have now akit yung iba-iba. Ayan. Okay. We have 33.25% compared to the Rankine cycle. Palagi nasa-solve natin is 20 plus. Okay? So this is one-stage reheating cycle. And letter C, may pinapaanan pa pala. The heat rate class. So sa heat rate class, we make use of this equation. Yung heat rate natin. So general equation ng heat rate. Yan, mass natin, H1 minus HF4, or this is equal to the H5 heat rate, M1 H1 minus H5. Okay, finding the mass. So we make use of this 3,600 over the work net. Ayan, pakita ko lang. Work net natin, 65 point. I mean, not work net, but the total work of the pump. Pasensya, kakamali si ma'am. Mali pa ka mo. Ayan. Mali ang pangikita ni madam. Ayan. So, the total work of the turbine. Kasi andun lang yung mass ng steam natin. Okay? Ano nga yung mass ng steam natin ay work ng turbine, 1074.40. And 74.41. Yan. Okay. So, finding the mass of that, automatically class unit natin is kilojoule per kilogram. Pinakita ko na kung ano yung equation natin, I mean derivation ng unit niyan. Pag ganitong heat rate, automatically ang unit na natin after this 3,600, this is the conversion factor. Automatic kilogram per kilowatt hour. Okay? So, to make use of that, we have now 3.35. Tama. Ayan, double check naman. 35 kilogram per kilowatt hour. And finding the heat rate. So, ito class yung sinasabing heat rate in the said problem. So, we have the mass. Ayan. 3.35 kilogram kilowatt hour. Okay. H1 natin. Okay, yung H1 natin. 3128.2. Tama ba? 28.2. Yung H5. Hanapin ko lang yung H5. 350.6. So, maki-compute plus ng heat rate. So, this is now the heat rate. 0.2 minus the 359.6. We have 9273.94. Ang unit natin is kilojoule per kilowatt. Okay? So, this is now your solution in solving the one stage. One stage lang yan, class. Okay. Masyadong mahaba. So, the tab is now the one stage. Ala, naglalag. The one stage. Reheating. Yeah. So, this is one stage. Paano kung dalawa, ma'am? Okay. So, another example. Yan, nakuha na natin, ha? Paano kung dalawa na? Okay. Another example. Ayan. Ito, madali-dali class kasi given lahat. Pag mahaba ang problem, madali-dali. Ayan. Stages of reheating. Reheating is executed with steam. And, wait lang class, sulat ko muna itong problem. So, this is a reheat cycle with two stages of reheating is executed with steam, expanding initially from 20 megapascal and 540 degrees Celsius. The two reheater, take note, dalawa na to. Two reheater. Yan, two reheater pressures are, so binigay sa atin yung mga pressure, kanina hindi, 3.8 megapascal and 0.97 MPa. So, the steam leaves, ayan, the steam leaves each reheater. So, meron din siyang binigay na condition wherein the reheater or the temperature leaving the reheater is at 540 degrees Celsius and the condensation occurs at 60 degrees Celsius. So, given inside natin is the Celsius. So, we make use of the saturation temperature here. So, pinapahanap sa atin yung heat added, total heat added, the work of the turbine. And, fine na to B, turbine, and letter C, the cycle efficiency. Work net. Yan. Paano yung gagawin nyo? Yan. So, una class, solution nyo, hindi na ako magbibigay ng given. Mag-draw muna tayo. Okay? Dalawang stages. Nasaan yun? Ginawa na ko. Okay? So, two stages of the reheat. So, given sa atin lahat. Take note of that. Wala ka na. Steam table lang. Kailangan. Okay? So, ilang turbina ang mangyayari? In a two-stage reheater class, ganito yung mangyayari. Schematic natin. So, in problem, dapat may yan, two stages reheat. Okay? Ito yung boiler natin. Ayan. Ayan. We have the boiler. From that, meron tayo the first turbine. Meron ka dyan yung shaft work mo at the first turbine. Entering the steam, leaving, we have now the first reheater. Ayan. Ayan. Okay, first stage of that. Nag-reheat ka na. Ayan. Pangalawang turbina. We have now the second turbine entering. So it's now sa reheater natin, 0.1, 0.2, 3. After that, leaving again, kasi dalawa daw class na reheater. So this is now 4. Ayan, dalawa, 2 stage of reheating. Another turbine. Ayan. So, pangatlong turbina. Ayan. Fine. Leaving, we have now the condenser. Ayan, entering. This is now 0.6. And this, we have now the pump. Ayan, binibilisan ni Ma'am. And the boiler. Yeah. This is now your pump and the condenser. Ayan. Huwag nyo kakalimutan yun. Leaving end. Okay. Ano yung mga given parameters? The reheat 2 stages with the steam expanding initially. So, pressure 1 is 20 megapascal. And the temperature at 0.1 is 540. Ano yung condition? Reheat pressures are 3.8. So, from that, pressure 2 is equal to pressure 3, which is equal to 3.8. Am I right? 3.8 MPa. And the leaving, and also yung pang-apat, tsaka pang-5, 0.97 MPa. Steam leaves at the reheater at 540. So, yung T3 natin, 540. And T5 natin is 540. Madaming tayong parameters. Condenser, condensation occurs at 60 degree. So, yun yung parameter natin. Okay? Ano naman yung TS diagram niya? Okay? So, that is the schematic. We move on to the TS diagram of that reheat cycle. Ayan. TS. Madami ba ditong saturated? Ayan. Una, given sa atin. Plot ko lang, madaming binigay sa atin. We have the first, the second, 3.8. Yan yung pressure at 0.1, 20. Ano yung pangalawa? 3.8. So, dito na tayo. Ayan. .8 MPa. Yung pangatlo, 0.97. And class, we have 0.97 MPa, and last is yung 60. Okay? Mababa na yung pressure natin at 60. Okay? So, mamaya, tingnan natin yung properties niya. Pakita ko lang. Okay? So, at state 1, entering the turbine, this is the first parameter, 540 degrees Celsius. And, anong pupuntahan nyo? Anong table? Anong table, class? At point 1. Table 3. Okay, direkta na tayo, class, kasi it really falls under the superheated vapor. Ano nga ang page 2? 20. Malayo-layo pa ang steam table ko. So, 20 page. Yeah. Page 88. Yan. So, ano yung properties natin na kailangan? At 540, we have the H1. Ano yung H1 natin? We have 3363 point. Excuse me. Hala, lulubat na ako. Bibilisan natin. Kilojoule per kilogram. We have the entropy at point 1, 6.2982 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. From process point 1, point 2. Okay, at state 2, we know that S1 is equal to S2. Ayan. Ano yung properties? At point 2, we have 3.8 megapascal. So, tingnan nyo pa sa 3.8 megapascal. Table 2, 3.8. Ayan. Page 12. Ayan. 3.8. So, the the enthalpy here is at SG is 3.6. We make use of this 6.11. Ay, 3.8 pala. 6.00915. So, this is lesser than. So, mas malaki class yung S2 natin kaysa sa SG. So, pupunta tayo dun sa superheated vapor. It falls under superheated vapor. Punta tayo sa table 3. Okay. Hanapin nyo sa table 3 at 3.8. Ano yung kukunin natin? 3.8. 3.8. Where are you? Ayan. So, table 3, page 58. Hahanapin natin yung S natin at 0.9. 6.2982. 2982. So, we need to interpolate. Okay. So, ang basehan natin is the 3.8 MPa. punta ka doon sa H and the S. Ang given sa atin na S2. Ayan. Hahanapin mo yan. 29 E2. We have 6.2925 and 6.3191. Interpolate nyo na class ito. We have also the 29, 10.11, and 29, 24.9. Okay, paki-interpolate na class in finding their H2 para makuha na natin yung property at point 2. Yan. Yan yung gagamitin natin, ha. Kasi superheated na yung vapor natin. So, it falls outside the line. Outside the mixture. What is now your answer? 2925. Ano po was yung answer niyo? Wala pa. Sige. Si ano po. Minus 29. May sagot ka. What is now your enthalpy? Ano nakuha nyo, class? Okay, we have now same with me, 2913.27. Ayan. We have now properties at point 2. Ayan, balikan natin sa scheme table. Ay, sa. So, dito yan, class. From point 1. Ayan, bakit? Ayan. So, this is now your point 1. From point 1. Given pressure, yung temperature natin is 0.1. So, sa labas siya, class. Given that the entropy, ayan. So, sa labas yung 0.2 natin. Take note of that. Yung reheater natin, ayan, equal daw sa 540. From 0.2 to 0.3, ayan. Ano yung gagawin natin? So, from state, we have now state 3. So, alam natin sa figure, from 2 to 3, that is a constant pressure. 3.8 MPa. Ano yung temperature natin? Leaving the reheater is just equal to 540. So, andun yun sa problem. So, dito ulit tayo sa table 3. But, we're looking at the 540. So, what is now the property at H3? 540. Andito sa baba, class. H3, 3,538.8. Ayan, 38.8. Ayan. Ano naman, class, yung entropy natin at 0.3? 0.3. Entropy. We have now 7.2311. Ayan. Kelvin. So, we have now that. That's T3. Kasi given sa atin yung temperature leaving the reheater. Now, we move on to the 3 to 4. Stages 3 to 4. Ano yung gagawin natin? Okay. Yung 3 to 4 natin, class. So this is also a constant isentropic or the isentropic process. In state 4, we all know that that is also an isentropic expansion. Okay? Ano yung kukunin mo doon? Since that is an isentropic and the pressure at point 4 given sa problem? Yes? Bakit pressure 3 nilagay ko dito? Oh, mali ako dito, class. This is pressure 4. Ayan. So, 4 to 5. Ayan. Pressure 4 is 0.97 MPa. 0.97 MPa. Okay. Ano yung kukunin natin? Anong table kayo pupunta? Table 2. Page 0.97. 0.97. So, page 11. So, makikita natin that yung pressure natin at that, the entropy is, the SG is sa 0.97 class. That is 6.59. 69. Mas malaki class yung S4 natin. Kasi sa SG, pupunta ulit tayo sa superheated. Then it falls under the category of superheated vapor, wherein we will find it at table 3. Okay, balik ulit tayo sa table 3, but with the pressure of 0.97. Pupunta tayo doon, 0.97. Anong page? 0.97. 40. Double interpret ko ba tayo? Yeah, double interpolation. This is wonderful. 0.97. Okay. We will make use of the, since double interpolation class, dito muna tayo 0.96 na MPa. Hahanapin natin si S4, which is 7.2311. As well as si 0.98, hahanapin natin si S4 na. Okay? Let's do this. Hanapin nyo, 7.2311. 23. Make use of this, 7 point, yung S natin, 2162, and 2517. Yung gagawin mo, make use of the H. We have 3094.8, 311.1. Sa kabila, 0.98. Nasaan? We have 7.2061 the S. And yung H natin. Okay, interpolate na class sa 0.96. 7.2417. 0.4, we have 3.6. Okay, what is now, after that class, saka pa lang tayo re-interpolate ng 96, 97, and the 98. So this is now the pressure at 0.4 MPa. And hahanapin natin yung H4 natin. So, Sige, interpolate. At the H at 0.96. What is your answer? 2162. Wala pang sagot. Yung iba, ano pa? Wait, class. Charge ko lang. Charge natin habang ginagamit ko. Yung iba, walang sagot. So we make use now of the okay. The H now is 0. Ayan. We have now 3103. Tama ba yung mga sagot niyo? Tingnan ko. Okay. So, dito naman class, the H at 0.98. So, interpolate. Ano yung sagot ng iba? This is now 109.29. Okay, that is correct. Now, we will now interpolate the H4 using these values. Pero, ang pressure na natin is 0.97. I mean, gagamitin na natin mag-interpolate is the 0.97. Ayan, 3103. What is now your H4? Okay, so this is now 3106.52 kilojoule per kilogram. So we have now interpolated the value of that H4. So it falls under the superheated vapor. Ayan. Balikan natin. So superheated pa rin siya. From 0.3. Ayan. So dito siya. We have now 4. After that, that is again a constant pressure at 0.5. Excuse me. Okay. So, yun na yun, class, yung gagamitin natin in pressure force. So, mamaya na to. Ay, ulit, class. Ulit ko lang ito. Okay. So, balik na tayo doon. Knowing that, again, ano yung state natin we have just find the enthalpy at 0.4, then state 5. The pressure 4 is equal to pressure 5. 9 MPa, but given na sa atin yung, ano po yun, class? We have now the temperature leaving the reheater. Ayan o. Temperature leaving the heater, which is 540. So, wala pa rin. Superheated to, class. We will double interpolate. Interpolate again yung makukuha nating value at this. Yung temperature, using temperature na 540 degree. So, kukunin natin yung H tsaka S at this point. Okay? Yung H natin. Sa point 96, yung at 540, dito sa baba, we have 3566. And the entropy is 7.8912 Kelvin. And sa point 96 natin, we have also 540. Ayan. We have 35. 65.8 and 7.8815. Okay. Interpolate. We will hanapin natin yung H5 natin and the S5. Okay. Ano yung solution natin? Sabi ma'am na interpolation ini. Opo, class. Dako naman talaga. Ayan. What is now the answer? Ayan, may nakakomplete na. Galing. Yung iba, madam, malaba una. Di pa kita class. Stage 5 pa lang kita. Reheat pa lang kita. We have now 3565.9. Yung H5 natin. Yung S5 natin. What is now our entropy at that given point? Okay. We have 7.8864 Kelvin. So, yan. Nakuha na natin yung enthalpy at that point. Okay. Mahaba-haba pa to, class. We move on to stage 6. Okay. Alam natin, from the reheater pa condenser na to, yung entropy natin is constant. Yan, doon. Balik tayo doon para makita nyo. 5 to 6. So, dito na yan, class, ha? Entropy natin, but pangatlong turbine to, class, ha? Papunta tayo dito sa the third. 4. Ayan. Have now point, stage 5, and point 6. Ano yung kukunin natin, class? Ano yung given sa point 6? We have the pressure, not the pressure, but the given sa atin is the temperature at point 6, which is 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, yung magiging basya natin in finding this point. Okay. So, pupunta tayo, class, doon sa table 1. Kasi 60 degree yung binigay sa atin. Table 1. Page 2. So, 60, we have 60. Excuse me. So this is 7.9. So it falls under now the saturated. Yung SG natin is 7.9. 1996. So mas malaki na siya kaysa sa S6 natin siya. So fall siya sa wet mixture natin. Okay, anong kukunin natin? Again, the quality of 0.6. Solving for that, we have the S6. And that point, and yan. Binibilisan lang ni ma'am. What is SF? The saturated liquid. Given sa atin yung entropy. 0.8312 divided by the entropy. The latent heat of evaporation of the given entropy. Okay, so the quality at 0.6 now is equal to kalimutan na ni ma'am yung units, but pag kayo magsosolve, dapat may units yan ha. 0.7. What is now the quality? So that is 99. 0.9967. So malapit pa din siya sa dito class ha. Yung X natin, dito siya nagpo-fall. So, pag i-draw na natin siya, ayan. From that point, so this is now your 0.6. Ginamit natin is S5 equal to S6. And, anong andito class? Ayusin ko lang. Ayusin ko lang yung kurba natin. Para hindi masyado. Okay. Ayan, red. Yeah. So, this is now our 0.6 at the given 4, 6. This is 0.7. After that, balik na sa boiler. Mali ba? Mataas to class. Kasi dito tayo ayan. So, this is now your 0.8. So, ang given sa atin is 60 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, we have now state 6. Ano yung isosolve natin? The H6. Okay? Quality at that point. So, we have now the H6, the HF, the enthalpy. We have 251.13 plus 0.9967. 2358.5. Ay, wow, naka-compute na. So, H6 now is equal to yung iba, tulog na. Mga mahaba ng solution. Plus, read pa lang tayo. Wala pa tayo sa regenerative. So, this is now 2601.5 kilojoule per kilogram. Since given na sa atin to, we may compute now the work of the pump. We have now the state 6 and sa 7. Yung H7 natin class is the HF at 6. So, this is 251.13. Am I right? Yan. Tapos, yung work ng pump natin, this is V6. I mean, V7 times the pressure at 0.8 minus the pressure at 0.7. Finding for the work of the pump, yung specific volume natin at 7. This is the specific volume saturated liquid at 0.6, which is equal to, ilan to class? 1.07. During si ma'am. We have now 1.00172. Yan. Cubic meter per kilogram. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. What is the pressure 8? Ano yung pinakaunang pressure natin? So, pressure 8 equal siya sa pressure 1, which is 20. Given yan sa problem class. 20 MPa minus pressure 7. What is the saturated? So, ang given sa atin class is in MPa. So, yung sa table natin is yung PSAT natin is 0. Ano yun class? 0.0. So, kopyahin natin to lahat class kasi yun yung nakalagay. Okay? So, ito yung magma-minus 0.1. Ay, 0 pa pala. 0, 199, 199, 40, and 50. So, we compute for the work of the pump. What is now the answer? Gising pa kayo class. Haba ng solution natin. Sa pagdalawang stage. Okay? What is now the work of the pump? We have 20. 20.32 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay. So, ano na yung solve natin? Last but not the least, we make use of finding the H8, the H7. Tapos, yung work ng pump. Ayan. Work ng pump natin, 20.32. So, finding the H8, we have now, ilan? 20.32. We have 200, ayan. 271.85. 85 ba? Bakit 85 sa akin? 13 pala to. Sorry. 13. So, the correct answer is 45. Yeah. We have now, yan, kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, nakuha na natin lahat. Napakahaba ng kinuha natin. Okay, ano yung pinapahanap? Balik. The reheat. The heat added. Yan. Sa heat added natin, ilang reheated? We have so ito yung boiler natin. 2 stages. We have the heat added sa boiler. Ilan yung reheater natin? 2. So, automatically, may heat added ka sa reheater 1, may heat added ka sa reheater 2. So, the total heat added now is equal to the heat added by the boiler plus the heat added by the reheater, yung isa, plus heat added ng reheater natin at sa pangalawa. Okay. So, what is now the heat added? Sa boiler, we have 8 and 1, diba? So, we have H1 minus H8. Sa reheater at point 2, ano yung entry? Balikan nyo na lang to sa schematic class. The 2 and the 3. So, we have H3 minus H2. At sa pangalawang reheater, sa schematic diagram, we have 4 and 5. So, H5 minus H4. So, the total heat added, yan, simulan natin, H1. Kaya class, mas maganda kung may summary na kayo nito. H1, 3363.5. 33. Ayan. Ang H8 natin, 271.45. Ano yung H3 natin? Ayan. 35838. 0.8 or 0.5 class? Naduling na akong class. Tama, 0.8 H2. Ito yung gagamitin natin. 2913. 0.27. Yan. Class H5. Yan. Pag mali ka, klase sa isang property, mali na yung answer mo. 3565.9. 3565.9 minus H4. Haba-haba itong H4. 106.52. 106.52. So, what is now the total heat added? Ayan, may nang-solve na. Dali-dali na naman, class. Ayan. Yung iba, hindi nakakahabol. Mabilis si ma'am. You can review our video. Okay, upload ko ulit. 38.8 minus 2. Ayan. Yung iba, anong sagot? Okay, nagtali naman sa akin. So, we have 4176.96 kilojoule per kilogram. So, that is now the heat added. Okay. The next one we need to compute is the work net. But sa work net class, kailangan natin yung total ng turbina minus work ng pump. Alam na natin yung work ng pump, sa turbina tayo. Okay, work ng turbine. So, ilan yung nakturbina class? Balikan mo sa schematic. Kaya importante ang schematic. 3 yan, no? 3. Okay? Sa turbina. Yan, 3 yun. Ayan. First, turbine. Second, work of the shaft. Ayan. Nagpapamove niyan is the 1, turbine 2, turbine 3. Entering 1, 2, balik siya at 3, labas siya at 4, balik siya at 5, and lalabas at 6. Okay? So turbine 1, we have H1 minus H2. Sa turbinang pangalawa, we have entering H3 minus H4, entering H5 minus H6. So, computing for the work of the turbine, ito na, hindi na tayo tataas masyado. Ayan. H2, H3 natin, and H5. What is H5? 3565.9. H6 ay wala. Doon hanapin natin. 2601.81. 26085. Okay, paki-compute. What is now the work of the turbine? The total work. Tatlo yun na turbina class. Yung iba, 2913. Walang sagot, ma'am. Hindi ko na nahabol. Okay lang, class. Mahaba-haba talaga to. Hindi mo to makukuha ng isahan. Okay? 19. Bakit sa akin iba? Ano yung answer niyo, class? 1846. Wait. Baka ako ang naduling. Yung iba, ma'am, gutom na ako. Parehas tayo, class. Pero, kailangan nyo pa rin. Kasi reheat pa lang tayo. Hindi pa tayo nakakamot sa reheat regenerative. Bakit? Ayan. Nakuha ko na. 1846.56 kilojoule per kilogram. So, finding now the total work, the work net. Ayan. Total ng turbina. Minus yung work ng pump. We have this. Work ng pump, 20 point something yan. 32. 20.32. We have now the work net. What is now the answer? 20.32. We have 1826.24 kilojoule per kilogram. Yan. Meron tayong heat added. So, finding for the cycle efficiency. Ilan yung pinapahanap dito, class? QA work net and the thermal efficiency. For the thermal efficiency, we have now the work net for the heat added. What is now the efficiency of these two stages for 1.96. So we have now the thermal efficiency at mataas ba class? 24. And we have now 43.72%. Ayan, thank you. Ayan, class. So that is now the and efficiency. This is now the thermal efficiency of a so that is now the thermal efficiency of a two stages. Yeah, two stages reheat. Okay. This is the schematic of the two stages reheating. Ayan. Mahaba-haba yun. So, that is an example of that cycle. Mahirap ako pag hindi na-analyze yung problem, mali-mali ka na. Kadalasan class, given sa problem yung pressure on each preheaters and the living temperature at that given problem. Okay? Yan. So, may question pa ba, class? Siyempre, meron. Pwede nyo na lang i-PM si ma'am. Okay? May question kayo na hindi naintindihan. Okay? So, this is now the sample problems in the reheat. I will upload it later. Okay. So, this is the simple, the first stage. And this is the second stage. Two stages. Pag two stages, ang turbine natin, we have 3 turbines. Working turbines. Okay? Okay, I will stop my screen. Okay, I will leave here. Leave the okay. So, dito ako sa laptop. Okay, may question pa ba, class? Yeah. Dito tayo sa library. Class, ang library face-to-face na. Pwede kayo pumunta dito sa library. Madami na estudyante ang pumupunta dito. Okay? So, can I request everyone to open their camera? Even na-stress ka mo, class. Reheat pa lang yan.